Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we are going to talk about fresh release from Miniart. It's a 1/35 scale kit which copies figures. It's as you can see, market garden set, which comes also with resin heads, as this small sign shows us. So that's why it will be interesting to see how they are combined together, because it means that we have plastic figures with resin heads, and it will give us even better result. And all this comes in a 1/35 scale, so it might be handy for some diorama project as well. So this is a commercial sample. It means that's the final shape of this kit. As you can see, box art is quite self-descriptive. We have 5 figures included together with various armament and equipment, and kit number is 35393, and as I said, it's a resin head set. Here you can see comparison with my hand. Next, on the side here we can see some other kits from the same brand. We reviewed them. Actually, this is a one kit with various equipment for so it's written here that this particular kit contains all the equipment for 5 figures, as well as the armament. And here we have also some safety advices for this kit. On the rear side you'll find assembly manual, which is combined together with marking guide. And maybe I will close the lenses a bit more. Here you can see that I would say it's easy to understand. Just pay attention where the parts will go. Of course, all figures will be shaped exactly in the poses which you see here. And of course, what is good is this color chart, because it is provided in several manufacturer designations. That's why you will be able to find the one which you are usually using for such builds. So this is a side opening box, so let's open it. Here is what we have inside. As usual, all sprues come sealed in one plastic bag, but straight away we can see these resin heads here. And now I just need to open it, and frankly speaking I don't remember where I put my knife, so I will just tear it apart. And let's hope that it won't, let's say, tear the whole plastic bag. Nevertheless, amount of the sprues is, I would say, surprisingly big. That's something I was not expecting here. So first of all, we have 2 sprues with various equipment. First one comes, as far as you can see, that's allied equipment, which will be handy for these captured soldiers. Maybe I'll open the lenses a bit so that you won't be, let's say, seeing the dark parts. And here we have quite good example of this equipment from Miniart, so it is really good, and obviously you won't be using all at once, so that's why some of these parts will go into your spare parts, and that's really cool because it might be handy for your next World War II projects. Here you can take a closer look. So all these machine guns, rifles, bags and knives, everything looks really good, and it's just a matter of careful painting. As usual, I'm always saying that you can paint these parts just on the sprue and then separate them and touch up with brush. So it's up to you what you choose for your approach, but in my opinion this is a most comfortable, I would say, way painting all these tiny elements. Next we continue with equipment for German soldiers. Here, I mean, how you can recognize it is by the helmets, obviously. We also have various pioneer tools, knives and bags. And I would say pretty much the same design, so all the parts come as a one-piece elements. As you can see, amount of attachment points is reduced to the possible minimum. Only the bags are attached on 2 attachment points. And shovels, for example, here in the pouches, they're coming on 1 attachment point. And if I flip it over here, you can check it from the opposite side. So they're nicely detailed from both sides. If you wonder what is inside the helmet, here you can see the internal features. So it is also nicely detailed. It's not just a plain helmet inside. Okay. Next, we continue with a slightly bigger plastic sprue. This one is also dedicated to captured soldiers equipment. Why? Because of these helmets. Here you can see them. So as you can see, there are several types, and again the same thing, that you won't be using all of them at once. And that's really cool because these items, they look great. Let's not forget that this is a plastic kit, this is not a resin set, but still they look amazing. And if I flip it over here on the opposite side, you can see they're also featuring some details, so you can even place them upside down and still it would look more or less convincing, I would say. So I would say extra point for this to Miniart. Next we continue, or we actually start with figures, and here we have quite an interesting thing. First of all, we have flash on the parts, and I think there is no point in hiding it, but let's start like this. So here we have a typical, I would say, 1/35 scale parts division, so it means one piece torso, separate hands, legs and head. Obviously all poses are predefined, so you won't be able to change much, and here you can see all this flash around the parts. It is easy to fix, but somehow it is surprising when you see it after all these clean parts which we saw on the equipment sprues. Here you can take a look at this another figure. And of course, inside we do not have any guiding elements whatsoever, so if you would like to get a proper fitment, you will have to be careful and check the overall alignment of this part so that the pose will be more or less convincing. Here you can take a closer look at the body parts. I like how the sculpting is done on these figures, it looks quite good. And let's not forget again that this is a 1/35 scale plastic kit, that's why it's even better. And next we continue with captured solders. So here we have also quite, I would say, interesting thing, because first of all, let's place it as well in a vertical layout. So first of all, here we have to assemble torso out of 2 hulls. And I would say this is definitely not typical thing for 1/35 scale. And also you can see that heads are not that good, but let's not forget that we get resin heads in as a replacement for this one, so maybe they will help with all this stuff. And external features, I would say they require also some play with paints, because it will be important to bring out all this stuff with the shading, maybe dry brushing. As you can see, a lot of features, but still it is important not to overdo the paint layers so that it will be visible. And of course we do not have any guiding pins inside. Maybe these next sections, they will help you with alignment, but that's pretty much all you get what can help you with alignment. And by the way, here on this helmet you can also see that we have some internal features, even though they're not as pronounced as on the previous equipment sprue. So now we move to the, in my opinion, the most interesting part of this set. It's the resin heads. So here they are, they come in the plastic bag. Just give me a second to take them out and we will take a closer look together. But from what I can see, casting is really good, so definitely better than what we get in the plastic. Here you can see it. And all these spatial features are quite pronounced, so it's just a matter of careful painting and you'll be good to go. So I would say this is a handy bonus, and of course it will influence the final appearance of your figures. And there is also one paper with the parts map, so I have to close the lenses, zoom out, and it's quite simple, just a printout of all the parts. So this kit should be already available. You can get it on Modelimex's webshop. Of course, I'll be happy to hear your opinion about such release. Do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me in this video, and bye.